What up, y'all? This is Isaiah Fowler, founder of SWAV Eyewear and SWAV Agency. And we got a good episode today, man. Today we're talking about multiple streams of income myth, multiple streams of failure, if you will, right? I see it all the time being talked about on the internet. And I really just want to break it down for you, make things simple for you. So that way you could actually see, progression in your life, or maybe you could fix some things or make some things more efficient, right? So really quickly, I wrote this right here. This is a workbook, a playbook for your direct-to-consumer brand, right? If you have a product-based business, and I'm assuming that you do because you're watching this video and all these videos on this channel, right? If you have a product-based business, you want to get this because you have to strategize. I'm big on strategy. If you don't strategize, you have no direction and you have no vision, right? So be sure to go to swavcircle.com, SWAV circle.com, and go grab this right here so you could map out your strategy, okay? So today, right, multiple streams of income. We live in a time where everybody's like, yo, I want to make multiple streams of income. I want to have multiple pots and stuff like that. That's fine. There's nothing against that, right? I'm never saying don't go get no money, right? Go run it up. But in the process, you got to understand that there's a process to things to happen. So a lot of times people put the cart before the horse, right? I used to be, back in the days, I used to invest in real estate. And then I remember I wanted multiple streams, so I tried to do something else. But what happens is you could literally start trying to have another stream of income way too early, and that can actually hinder you, right? So here's what I mean. Let's say your business is making, because what I see people do is they make 100, 150,000, and then it's like their focus just goes scatterbrain, and then they start trying to do all these other things, probably because they're making more money than they're used to. And so, a lot of people, once they reach 100, 150, 200,000, they be feeling like they made it, right? Because most people, the average American is only making $40,000, $50,000 a year. So if you go from $40,000 to $50,000 a year and you go make 200,000 in a year, in your mind, you made it. But you got to understand that you didn't make it, and that's just now the foundation, right? So it's a level of maturity you got to have when you really start getting money and making money in your business, right? So you have, you're growing and you start making a couple $100,000. Instead of sitting here saying, oh, I want a whole new business, or I want a whole, new stream of income, why don't you just double down on your company so that your company can go up vertically, right? Because people think streams of income is the same thing as multiple businesses, right? When you think about the water, the bodies of water, you got rivers, oceans, all these different types of streams, right? But a stream is connected to a larger body of water. So that means that they work together. But having multiple hustles, that's actually working backwards, right? And what that does is you get in a place where you can't focus on multiple things because you haven't systemized the first thing that you were doing. You haven't maxed out the first thing, right? Would you rather have two businesses doing $150,000 each, or would you rather have one business doing $2 million, right? It always sounds good that, I got multiple businesses, but the people that learn the skill on how to grow one business vertical, then they can redo that process over and over again. But just thinking that, I got to go do this, so I got to go do this, so I got to go do this. You could really be going and taking that same energy, right? And you could be putting that same energy into your company. So instead of going and getting multiple streams of income, why don't you just create new streams of revenue within your business? Because that's going to make your business more valuable anyway. And what I mean by this is the same way you think that if you take your money here and you put it into this different business, that's going to pay you out, right? You could take that same energy, and when you make money from the business, instead of, putting it to this other thing, right, that's external and that's outside of you, right, you could put it back into the business. Maybe it's a new product launch. Maybe it's something else, and keep reinvesting in that business, right? And investing into your business model. And then what's going to happen is your company is going to be growing, and it's going to be growing, and it's going to be growing. And you got to look at your brand as an asset, right? The more you invest into an asset, the more the value goes what? It goes up, right? So if you have an asset and you invest into an asset, then the value is going to go up. That's how you got to look at your brand. And also your company, your brand is at a point, it's already proven, right? So you got to ask yourself, would I rather put money in something that's not really proven or that is proven? Because you already proved it to yourself that your business is making money and it can make money. So you got to, in your mind, you got to say, okay, what if I just put more energy and put more money and put more resources and put more time into what is already making however much money, right? And look, I'm not saying don't invest in stocks. I'm not saying don't invest in crypto, but you don't have to look at that as a stream of revenue where you got to put all your energy into it. Because you start pulling focus from here and now this is being affected because now you're doing this. And then you start saying, oh, I think I want to go this route in life now. But you had this, and the only reason you want to go this route is because you didn't stay focused on this right here, right? Focus is really a secret to success. And all these secrets to success are literally right in front of our faces. They're literally looking right at us in the mirror. But the thing about it is, most people lack the focus and the discipline to stay down on something. That's why a lot of people fail, or that's why a lot of people don't get what they really want, because they see what they really wanted, it was hard, and they didn't want to stay the course, right? They didn't want to stick through it, and so they go do something that is perceived to be easier, and eventually people start to realize that nothing is easy and it's all going to be challenges. And then they just figure out how to stick with something. So the real key is learning how to stick with something, right? If you want to add another stream to your revenue, you need to have the current stream of revenue max it out, but you also need to have it systemized. Because what's going to happen is if you don't have the current one systemized, then the new one that you're going to start is going to suffer, and the one that you currently have is going to suffer. And then you're going to be making less money, but you thought in the beginning you was going to be making more money. So it really comes down to, once again, in the last video, last week, I said organization, planning, strategy, and patience. I said that in the last video, right? You got to have those things if you want to really grow a conglomerate and an empire, right? But always thinking that I got to go and get more streams. That's not the key. There's a phrase that says double down, right? Once you find something that works, you double down on it. You milk the hell out of what is already working. Because what I learned is it takes time to find things in your business that actually works. So if it takes time for things to actually get to a point where you're figuring out what actually works, you better milk that. Because you're going to have to find out something else that works in your business down the road, because business is this big puzzle, right? So instead of sitting here saying, oh, I want to go start this new business, just keep doing your thing, right? Because a lot of times that new business, you got to start all over. But if you say, how can we increase revenue by 30% month over month, right? You're going to figure out a new business model or a new fraction or segment of your business to focus on to increase the revenue. This is how you get to 7 figures. This is how you get to 8 figures. Is by you keep going deep in the current business that you have. I'm all about going deep with your marketing, with your products, with how you communicate with your customers. Go deep, right? Go deep. Keep trying to tweak and optimize things to make them better. And also understand that, like, if you're trying to, and you got to get real with yourself too. Do you want a lifestyle business, or do you want to actually grow a company that has the potential to, you can exit from and that you can sell and that can get acquired? Do you want the lifestyle business, or do you want to grow and build the business? That's what you also have to get real with yourself, because if you want to make a couple $100,000 a year, that's fine, right? That's cool. Go do your thing. But if you're saying, I want to grow a company and get it to the point where it is doing 5 mil, 10 mil, then we're going to have to sit here and get real comfortable with being patient, organizing, planning, and having strategy. We're going to have to get really comfortable with those things, right? There's a time to start saying, okay, I'm going to start diversifying my income. But a lot of times people start to diversify too early, and that hinders them. Don't diversify too early. Keep believing in yourself. If you got to 100,000, 80,000, 200,000, why would you go and invest into anything else when you just proved to yourself that you can make damn near $250,000, right? Just keep reinvesting into yourself, because at the end of the day, we can invest in crypto, we can invest in stocks, and those are great assets to invest in. Those are asset classes, but the best stock that you can ever invest in literally is yourself. Literally, you're investing into increasing your skill set. You are an asset as well. So if you double down on yourself and start looking at yourself as an asset, you got to get more mindful of even yourself and who you are, right? Let's really start to lock in and really focus so we can build our brands going up and vertical. We want to really build brands out here. If that's what you want to do, if you want the lifestyle, then go do your thing, right? But there's more than one way to skin a cat. But don't fall victim to multiple streams of income, and then for 3 to 5 years, you chasing that dream and you ain't even accomplish it. And now you sitting here wishing you would have just focused on one thing in the beginning. I've seen it happen a million times. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today is like, yo, focus. Multiple streams is gonna come as a byproduct of you just building your business. Once you really start to elevate, opportunities are just gonna come to you, and then you don't even have to worry about multiple streams of income, because that's just gonna be natural and a part of your life. But don't start to say, I want multiple streams of income if you haven't even looked at how you want your life to look. What do you want the streams to be? How do you want it to really be going on? What industries do you want to be in, if any? Don't do things just because somebody says that that's what you should do. Do things because that's really, how you feeling and what you move to and what's true to you. That's really the goal. That's really success. So that's what we're talking about today, man. Multiple streams. Man, just focus and stay disciplined. If you got a product-based business, head to swavcircle.com. Grab this playbook right here. It's going to show you how to strategize, and it's going to help you strategize so that your direct-to-consumer brand can grow all online, all right? So always remember, everything you do in life starts with a vision, and I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.